This is a podcast or something like that. Hello and welcome to the Loud episode. It's the Loud episode. All right. Hear those cars going by? Hear the birds chirping? Good morning, Sunday morning. I can't believe I've never made that joke. Even though I record the podcast always on Sunday mornings, I've never done a good old-fashioned good morning Sunday morning joke. Classic gag. Look it up if you don't know about it. It's a good reminder that we are living in a gerontocracy. But it's the Loud episode because I have paintings that need to dry that are genuinely just inconvenient to move from one room to the other because I basically ran out of room. So I have like a painting I did yesterday that's just so messy and relatively big that I don't really know. I guess I could move it into my bedroom. I'm in my living room right now where I have my computer and my and I do the majority of my living in my living room. Wow, that's a lot of noise from outside. Oh, this is going to be the Loud episode, and indeed, ambient fans are going to love it. Yeah, basically I need to leave the windows open because I have this oil paint drying. And, if I close the windows, it would basically make me, slightly lightheaded, and it's not necessarily toxic. I think most of the paints I use are not toxic. I have to look this up and make sure. But apparently not all oil paints they're not like toxic. Cadmium is, and maybe cobalt. Some of the metals that are used in some of the pigments are toxic. But it's pigment and linseed oil, right? Or pigment and some kind of different oil. I don't know. Someone was explaining this to me. And so only a few of the metals are toxic. But anyways, I definitely use cadmium in some of this. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing special as of now. It's just it's a first layer of a painting, and it's pretty messy. It's the messiness pretty much that makes me not able to move it. It has newspapers that I've taped together underneath it, but still the newspapers are like barely hanging on because I don't know. I'm gonna have to get more newspapers. Good thing they still make newspapers, so you can use it in art projects. I also use some newspaper and some rip outs of magazines on top of the painting and then painted over them, like on the painting, just to give it some texture. Because I got a painting, so I bought I bought 5 canvases that were painted on at an antique store on Friday after work. I was like, I'm going to treat myself, go get some new canvases to paint on. So I get some used canvases, but they're new to me, so I can just, start from scratch, basically. It's a lot easier than, working on paintings I've already been working on, which takes so much more focus and so many different skills, It's like there are so many stages in the process, and some of them are more exploratory and some of them are more disciplinary. And sometimes you're not in the mood to go full, I got to focus and improve this shade or something, So, so I bought some new canvases, and that was awesome. I was painting on them Friday and then Saturday yesterday. And then, no, I'm sorry. I was painting on them. I told the story wrong. Fuck. Rewind. So I was painting on them Friday, and then a friend hit me up, and we went out to dinner with a few other friends. And then I was walking home from dinner, and I found another canvas, like a really nice, like big, if I had to say, sorry, I got to learn my metric system a little bit better. Here, should I go measure it? We'll do a live measurement on the podcast for the first time. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's about 88 centimeters long and about 40 centimeters tall. So it's a weird shape, that's weirdly horizontal, weirdly rectangular, but it not too bad because it's so big that even with those like 2-to-1 proportions, it's length to width wise, it's still pretty good. Yeah, I did make an edit, by the way. I didn't measure it that quickly. I write down time codes, I make edits. We are professional here at Verbal Journal Corp. So welcome to the podcast. This is episode, I want to say 34. I could be wrong. It could be 35, but I think it's 34. So let's go with that. Final answer, 34. I'm not allowed to check. So it's the loud episode. We got noise coming in through the windows. I'm not even using a screen, noise cancellation screen in front of the mic like I usually do. So we're going full, all out. Every single noise you can imagine, you are going to hear it right now, essentially. That's probably an overstatement. So, yeah, I've been really enjoying painting. Anyway, so yeah, so the end of that story was this canvas I picked up on my way home. It's painted on. In fact, it's printed on. I couldn't tell. It's like a print of a painting, or it's also a print and someone painted it. I don't know. It definitely felt like almost like a printed material, not 100% like a printed materials, and some of these other canvases were too, like a photo printed onto a canvas. So it's not exact canvas paper, but I don't care. I'll just paint over it, and then I'll start painting on my paint. But no, it's preferred if it is a canvas, because that's nice, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care too much. It could be wood as far as I care. It's the proportions and the quality of the material that matters. But yeah, so the problem with this canvas was it had like a few parts of its picture that were bumps that actually came out. It's not a problem, but it's like it's dabs of paint in its pre-existing art, dabs of paint that were lifted off of the canvas. So that's not a big deal. I was like, okay, then I'm gonna do the old, I'm going to make that not as obvious, and I'm going to just start making the whole thing an interesting texture so you can, not notice these few bumps. So the whole thing is now bumpy because I layered newspaper and, other materials on top of it, and then painted on top of that, put water, a little bit of water, a little bit of linseed oil, and a bunch of paint, and just painted over. So it looks really messy and gross, but it's kind of cool, and it's going to be good eventually. Got to get worse before it gets better. That's my motto with art. All right, so welcome to the Verb Journal Pod. We are, let's see what we got on the agenda for today at verbaljournal.gov. You need access. Put in your secret key code to verbaljournal.gov. Okay. 124514. Yeah, things are good. I don't have that much to talk about. I have been watching a lot of On Cinema, as I mentioned last week. On Cinema at the Cinema. I've been watching a lot of that show with Tim Heidecker and Greg Turkington. I think I had made it to season 7 or something by last week, maybe season 6. Well, now I've made it to, I'm on season 11 or 12. Yeah. And they get so much even better produced. They get so well produced, and all the yearly On Cinema Oscar specials are amazing too. So you alternate. You watch a season and then you watch the Oscar special. So I'm doing that after first just getting into it and watching random Oscar specials on YouTube. Now I'm actually watching it chronologically. And last week I was talking about, it was the theme of the episode, name of the episode actually. But last week I talked about all the movies they review and how few of them I've seen. I could give you an update of that now. Wait, let's see. Let's check the mailbag, see if people were enjoying that. See if people were clamoring for an update about the movies. Okay, so if you want to write into the mailbag, you can write into verbaljournalpodcast@gmail.com. That's not like the .gov thing I said earlier. That was a joke. This is real. verbaljournalpodcast@gmail.com. You can write in and you can let me know what you think of the episodes. No one wrote in. Okay, so that means people are definitely enjoying the the going through of which movies I've seen and which I haven't. So let's go back really quick. So where did I end up? Where did I end up? Probably season 6, right? Yeah. I remember saying these. Focus and Lazarus, no. Chappie, no. Second Best Exotic, Marigold Hotel, no. In the Heart of the Sea, no. Cinderella, no. I mean, I've seen some version of Cinderella at some point in my life, but no, I don't believe I've seen that film. The Divergent series, Insurgent, no. That's a horrible name for a movie. What? The Gunman, no. Get Hard, I don't think so. I remember hearing about it. Get Hard, Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart, no, I don't. I hope I didn't see that. Home, no, I don't think so. Furious 7, no. Woman in Gold, no. Ex Machina, yes, that's one of the best movies of the last 10 years. So now you can see like the types of movies that get me out of the woodwork, you know. Ex Machina, yeah, extremely good. Sean on YouTube has a great video about Ex Machina too, and ways it's misunderstood. Great video. The Moon and the Sun, no. All right, season 7. Ant-Man, no. But that's so funny. Greg Turkington was in Ant-Man, I guess. He had a cameo or whatever, or he acted in Ant-Man, like the real Greg Turkington. And then I haven't seen it, so I don't know his role. And then he wears a shirt on the On Cinema new season episode, and then it's blurred out because Tim's in charge. Okay, I haven't seen Ant-Man. Fantastic Four, I saw the one back in the day. I don't know if I saw that one. Black Mass, no. Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials, no. The Intern, no. I don't think so. The Intern movie. What is that movie? They make so many movies. Robert De Niro? No, I never saw that. Hotel Transylvania 2. No. Pan, no. I have been meaning to see, not Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, I think Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, I think I like saw part of it when I was younger and never saw the full thing. Steve Jobs, no. Goosebumps, no. Bridge of Spies, no. Gem and the Holograms, no. Paranormal Activity, no. Autobahn, no. Scott's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, no. Spectre, no. The Peanuts movie, no. Rings, no. By the Sea, no. Star Trek Beyond, no. Hillary's America, no. Cafe Society, no. Jason Bourne, no. Suicide Squad, no. I saw like the original Jason Bourne. Suicide when it came out in theaters. Suicide Squad, no. 9 Lives, no. Sausage Party, no. Pete's Dragon, no. Ben-Hur, no. Kubo and the Two Strings, no. Hands of Stone, no. Mechanic Resurrection, no. Solace, no. The Light Between Oceans, no. Sully, no. When the Bow Breaks, no. Snowden, no. Bridget Jones' Baby, no. The Magnificent Seven, no. Storks, no. Kong, Skull Island, no. The Wall, no. T2, Trainspotting, no. But I saw the original, and I think I had it on DVD. The Belko Experiment, no. Chips, no. Power Rangers, no. Boss Baby, no. The Zookeeper's Wife, no. Smurfs, The Lost Village, no. The Case for Christ, no. Fast and Furious 8, no. And The Lost City of Z, no. Unforgettable, no. Born in China, no. The Circle, no. How to Be a Latin Lover, no. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, no. I didn't see 1 either. The Lovers, no. King Arthur, no. Snatched, no. Pacific Rim Uprising, no. Sherlock Gnomes, no. Ready Player One, yes. I actually liked it. You know, I know it was corny. I liked it though. I thought it was moving. I definitely thought it was good. You know, it's not the same type of movie as Ex Machina, obviously, but it's good in a different way. Tyler Perry's Acrimony, no. I've never seen a Tyler Perry movie. Chappaquiddick, no. And you were never really here, no. Sergeant Stubby and American Hero, no. Overboard, no. Rampage, no. Super Troopers, no. Traffic, no. Avengers Infinity War, no. I've never seen an Avengers movie. Life of the Party, no. Breaking In, no. Is that like Breaking Bad? Deadpool 2, no, and I didn't see 1. Show Dogs, no. I did see that movie about Show Dogs Best in Show. That was funny. Solo, a Star Wars movie, no. We're almost done. People are going to love this segment. Abominable, no. Judy, no. Joker, no. I have not seen Joker. The Current War, no. Gemini Man, no. The Addams Family, no. Mr. America, no. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, no. Black and Blue, no. The Last Full Measure, no. But that sounds like a Breaking Bad movie. Terminator Dark Fate, no. I don't believe I've seen any Terminator movie ever. Motherless Brooklyn, no. Midway, no. Arctic Dogs, no. But I like the Arctic Monkeys. Charlie's Angels, no. But I think I saw the original one, yeah, back in the day. The Report, no. Knives Out, no. I think I heard that was good. Queen and Slim, no. Okay, we're almost done. Yeah. Mass, no. No Time to Die, no. Halloween Kills, no. The Last Duel, no. Dune, no. I never saw Dune. The French Dispatch, no. Last Night in Soho, no. Antlers, no. The Harder They Fall, no. Eternals, no. I don't think I've watched these episodes yet. Yeah, I haven't watched these episodes yet. Okay, but the movies are getting very modern, so that's going to be very interesting to be like, I haven't seen all these modern movies, you know? The more modern, the more outraged people might get. Well, not that, it's the opposite is true, actually. Wow, even with the windows open, I can definitely smell the oil paint. And it wasn't even that much. It was a lot, I guess. Yeah, it's just spread out. Yeah, I don't know. I just find it interesting, like, how I haven't seen a lot of movies. I just find it kind of interesting. I like talking about it. I just, like, because I don't have a good reason, it just feels irrational. Like, a lot of the... I've missed so much media. I still feel like I've seen so much, though. It's just a funny, interesting thing to me. Like, I feel like I've seen so much media. I don't really feel like I've missed a lot, but then I have. And so thinking about it just feels really funny. It's like, why have I not seen so many movies? Like, I don't feel like, if I was younger, in a more, like, unreflective, like maybe egotistical time in my life, if I was like 18 or something, maybe I would be like, oh, you know, I'm better. Like, I have better things to do. Maybe I've even talked about this before, but it's just interesting to me to be older and more mature and be like, oh no, I just waste my time doing other stuff, and like somehow I'm such a creature of habit. Like, and also, like, when I do something, I really do something. Yeah, like, I just get so much into the different, like, art stuff I'm into and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just interesting to me to think about. Maybe I fear that if I watch all the same movies as people, then I won't be a separate individual and I'll lose my individuality. You know, maybe that's my fear. One thing I wanted to say with On Cinema is they talk about addiction. I guess you could say they depict addiction in a very interesting way. Like, it On Cinema at the Cinema is a satirical, basically like video podcast turned show where the two hosts just fight all the time. One just wants to talk about movies. The other is basically falls into all kinds of crazy schemes and is like extremely irritable. Tim Heidecker's character, and like it is like conspiracy nut, and then just like gets addicted to like vaping, some sort of like customized Eastern herbal narcotics. That are like provided to him by his like personal doctor, who's not a doctor, and who he later gets involved in a scheme with that leads to both of them being in custody and having differing results. But the On Cinema series is very fun and interesting, and I really enjoy watching it. It's actually kind of amazing. I'm so glad to have discovered it when like 14 fucking seasons exist already. It's been going since like 2012, but it really does. It is kind of interesting because it's a comedic thing for sure, but it does, when they have other people involved, other actors. Often those actors are almost always just playing a straight person, like they don't call it that anymore. What do they call it? The voice of reason. If it's not the voice of reason, that doesn't really apply. Anyways, like the serious, like, or normal roles, you know, they'll have regular actors or just like regular, you know, not known actors playing them, just like playing simple characters like who work on the set or something, or they'll have like a real actor that's like actually real but not super well known, like Joe Estevez, who's like what's his name, like Martin Sheen. He's like his like brother or something. He's like actually related to. He's younger brother of Martin Sheen, and he's the uncle of Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Renee Estevez, and Ramon Estevez. Like, it's just like he's like a real guy in Hollywood, but I don't know to what extent he's playing a character. Like, that's very confusing. So it's confusing, like, to what extent they're playing characters sometimes, but the normal people. But yeah, anyways, Tim Heidecker basically is consumed by addiction for like several episodes, to put it mildly, almost like a full season and maybe even more, to the point where there's like an episode or two where it's borderline, it's really almost like no jokes are made, and but it's like building the plot, I guess, but he's basically, there's, at least one or two episodes where he is just suffering sort of with his addiction. And it's like, it's interesting to watch because it's definitely like, I'm watching and I'm going like, this is played for laughs, but it's not in an it doesn't feel insensitive. It is insensitive. There's one point where he uses the basically slur for people who are in active addiction. He uses the word junkie. And he uses that in the trial of Tim Heidecker. I mean, I think it's very clearly justified by his character being the type of person who would use that word. So I don't, it doesn't, stuff like that doesn't offend me. It's, I think it's it's a reasonable thing to have a character do to sort of demonstrate where they're at in their worldview. And, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's interesting to me that I'm not offended by a show playing addiction for laughs. I guess I just give them the benefit of the doubt. If Tim Heidecker came out in real life and was like, I think people in active addiction are weak and blah, 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 that would be a different story. But I'm quite sure he does not view things that way. That's my assumption. So it's interesting that I can just watch it and I'm like, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt in every sense. I know this is just like, it's not meant to be making fun of addiction. Like, it's just not. It's just a device in the larger comedy. It doesn't feel like it's making fun specifically of addiction. Anyways, that's my interesting take. Let me know if you disagree. One interesting development in the world of what's therapy, because remember, here at Verbal Journal, we have a functional relationship with What's Therapy Corp. We are partners in various ventures. Various Ventures LLC.com is a website we share. So I wanted to report on some What's Therapy Corp news. So basically it's kind of wild. Like the Breaking Bad videos are just getting like so many views still. And like it's actually, the views have risen a lot in the last like few weeks. To where like instead of getting like, 4,000 views in a day or something, it's getting like 8,000 views in a day, which is a lot. And yeah, it's just since like September 3rd, in the last 2 weeks, it's just like doubled in the number of views. So just like temporarily, and it does seem to be going back down. It's just been interesting to see that happen. So lots more views. And some of the other videos get more views too. I kind of get desensitized to the views on Breaking Bad video. So I'm always like, oh, the other one's getting views. Oh, interesting. Wow. So now we're going to move right into 1 second. We're going to move right into the... Yeah. I mean, it's just the views, like, like I've mentioned before, at 1 to 2 a.m., like 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., that's when like the views will peak on the video. I think it's being suggested to people who are sleeping and also maybe on the other side of the world, but that's consistently the case for months. Like you can look and it's very clear. It's yeah, my most 2 to 3 a.m. I got 960 views on all my videos, and you know the majority is Breaking Bad, but it's not only that. Like Breaking Bad video gets 8,000 views a day right now, and the next most viewed videos of Breaking Bad stream, somehow there's more to talk about, which and then the Better Call Saul Part 2, and those both get like 300 views a day, 300 compared to 8,000. So that's where we're at channel wise. I guess I made a video that people enjoy. So we're gonna move right into the segment where I share a comment. Sorry, I was just distracted for a second. We're gonna move to the segment where I share a top comment of the week. So I get some comments, and I wanted to move into the section where I talk about the top comment. So the top comment of the week, I get a lot of comments on the Breaking Bad video. Someone commented, and this is a direct quote: "Good video." It's a comment from several days ago. I noticed it when I woke up, and I said, "Holy fuck. Holy fucking fuck." You know what I mean? I was just like, wow. Some things just take your breath away, you know? So they said, and I'll repeat the comment, okay? This is a direct quote. "Good video." Okay? So I just wanted to share that. Okay, so chess segment of the week. I don't believe I have anything to talk about. I mean, I've been slowly trying to rebuild my chess ELO with Bullet, the 1-minute games, which I'm also trying to stop playing and play more 10-minute games. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. But the thing is, my rating with the Bullet games went down because I was only playing, like I've been only playing tournaments, which are these like 1 hour long sort of live tournaments on Lichess where you just play against whoever else is there. But those are people who are even like take chess more seriously. But anyways, whatever, it doesn't matter. Rating doesn't matter. I'm going to play a live chess game live on the podcast. Now, you would think that's not a good thing to do. A podcast is an audio program, and chess requires most people, unless you're like a really good player, you need to see the board, you know? So don't worry about that. Okay. It's a 1-minute game. I'm black. Okay. So they go first. They do king's pawn two squares. I do the Sicilian. I do c5. Okay, they bring their knight out. I bring my knight out. Oh, I play this opening all the time. They're doing the main line. Oh, no, they're varying. Okay, they bring their knight back. So we have all our knights out and both of our bishops out. They castle, I castle. Okay, we've only traded one pawn each, so we have equal material. We're shuffling some pieces around, positioning our bishops and pawns, and they go for the pawn break. We trade pawns. I trade a bishop for a knight. I don't know what to do. 40 seconds left. I push a pawn. They move their knight in, and offering me a knight trade. I take it. Now I need to put my other knight somewhere else. I do. 30 seconds left. Now I trade my other knight for a bishop. Okay. I'm just shuffling my pieces around. Okay, I position my bishop. And they do something. Sometimes you miss what they do in these 1-minute games, and you just can't even... Okay, they bring their queen. Oh shit. Okay, I trade our bishops. I'm just trying to stay alive here. Oh, they're sort of getting an attack together. Oh, they just did a queen trade and I missed it. I lost my queen. They offered me a queen trade and I missed it. So I just lost my queen. Oh, sometimes you just lose your queen. It's so hard to not do another game in these short time controls. So let's do one more game. Okay, I'm white. So c4, and then they do e5. I do d4. They do knight f6. I take their pawn because they didn't guard it. They bring their knight around. I guard my pawn. Now I'm going to attack their knight. Oops. First they bring their bishop in, so I need to defend. Wait, how do I defend f2? Their knight and their bishop are pointing at it. Oh, I bring my knight to h3, and it's guarding f2. But that's a very temporary solution. I'm going to have to... Oh, okay, never mind. They're just trading bishops. They don't even care about that attack. Are they trading bishops? Or are they going to go back to trying to care about the attack? Wow, they're thinking for a long time here. Oh, wow. They brought their knight in, attacking my queen. But that's not going to fly. That knight's got to do something now. I bring my queen. Okay, they trade their bishop for a knight. And now their knight has to get out of there. And they trade it for my bishop. Okay. So they've messed up my whole king. I can't castle, but I'm up in material. And they have no development either. They have literally like no development. But they've castled. Oh, shit. Are they going to fucking fuck up my pawn structure even more? But, okay, they could have just done it. Okay. Are they going to trade their bishop for a knight? I have 21 seconds. They have 14. Oh, wow. This is very interesting. Oh, I should not have done that. Pawn trade. Oh, I'm going to win. They have 7 seconds. No way are they getting this. I attack their queen. I bring my king back so to free up my knight. Oh, they take the knight. They have 2 seconds left with no increment. 1 second left. No, they lose on time. All right. Wow, that was so exciting, right? Don't you love that? Okay, fantasy baseball update. I am winning. I forgot it was a 2-week round last week, and I was like, oh, I'm winning. I'm winning again. So whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm out of the playoffs. So screen time report of the week. I used my phone 24 minutes less than the week prior. Little bit less YouTube. A bunch of it was the app I use for my work phone because I was on with some insurance companies. So that's always fun. Work's been really good. This was my first full week in my new office this past week, and it was great. It was fucking awesome. My clients loved the new office. They are super into it. I got a little view. I got a calm, quiet space. It's well lit, but not in the direct sunlight. It is so nice. People are like, whoosh, I want to do therapy in this office. You know what I mean? And then we do. So that's pretty cool. Okay. And yeah, that's it for the Verbal Journal podcast. It's a little bit of a short one, I think, or maybe not, depending on, I forget how long part 1 was, and I stopped at some point to go to the bathroom or something. All right, so I'm so glad you enjoyed listening to this. We got 25,000 listeners on the previous episode. That was a Verbal Journal podcast best. Yeah. So stay tuned. Thank you all for listening. Stay tuned. And I'm joking about that, by the way. I do not have any sense of how many people listen on Patreon, but it's probably less than 5. And then maybe 2 on YouTube. But hey, we are building here. We are building. Thank you so much for listening, I guess. I don't know why did people say that? Thank you for listening. That's a weird thing to say. I said thank you the other day in a really inappropriate time. On Friday when I went to dinner with my friends, someone asked us for money on the street and I didn't have cash. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have cash. And then I said, thank you. I was like, I don't have cash, thank you. It made no sense. It was such an inappropriate time to say thank you, and my friends roasted me. They were like, why did you just say thank you to that person? I was like, I did not mean to say thank you. And I do give people money a lot of the time on the street also. I think it's a good thing to do. Okay, so catch you on the other side of this episode. Feel free to listen to the other episodes if you'd like, and have a great time. I hope you enjoyed the loud episode. We'll be quiet next week. I'll figure out a place to put this painting. I just have to go get more newspapers so I can make a more secure base for it. Also, it won't be fully dry in a week, but it'll be mostly dry. So, all right. Goodbye. This is a podcast or something like that.